Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to go through our diaphragmatic breathing again. So just as a quick reminder, I'll just share that screen there. So you should be able to see the picture here of the diaphragm. So this is what we've got to really think about when we are breathing to make sure that we're getting the breath right down into our stomach, because our stomach's right around the bottom of our ribs here. So it's right under the diaphragm. So we that's where we want to imagine the air getting into. So really forcing that diaphragm to like relax as we inhale. And then as we exhale, imagine that diaphragm engaging and pushing the air up. So that's what we really want to focus on with our breathing, to make sure that we are really getting that diaphragm to relax completely and then engage and push all that air out. So just think about those cues today as we go through our breathing. All right. So just making sure you're in a nice, comfortable spot, sitting up nice and tall. Just going to pop both our hands onto our stomach and making sure we're getting nice deep breaths in, filling the air all the way up into our stomach. All right, so taking a nice deep breath in for me, in through the nose, filling our lungs all the way up, really allowing that lungs to inflate as much as possible, and then breathing out. Out through our mouth, pushing all of that air out. Imagine that diaphragm really engaging and pushing up and forcing that air out. And breathing in, deep breath in through the nose, all the way in, filling our lungs up as much as we can, and breathing out. Pushing all of that air out, getting that diaphragm to really push all of that air out of our lungs. And breathing in through the nose, and breathing out. Really pushing all that air out. Just nice and controlled. Breathing in, deep breath in through the nose, filling our lungs up all the way, making our hands move on top of our stomach. And breathing out. Pushing the air out from our stomach all the way up out through our lungs. And breathing in, deep breath in through the nose, filling our lungs up as big as we can. And breathing out through the mouth, forcing all of that air out of our lungs. And breathing in, deep breath in, and out. Getting all of that air out of our lungs. And deep breath in through the nose, filling up from our stomach and filling all our lungs up as big as we can. And breathing out. Getting all that air out of our lungs. And breathing in, deep breath in. And forcing all that air out. Breathing in, deep breath in through the nose, filling our lungs up as big as we can. And breathing out. Forcing all that air out of our lungs. And breathing in, deep breath in, into our stomach, filling our lungs up as big as we can. And breathing out, pushing the air out from our stomach, pushing all of that air out of our lungs. And breathing in, deep breath in, filling our lungs up as big as we can. And breathing out, just nice and slow. And breathing in, deep breath in, filling our lungs up as big as we can. And breathing out, pushing the air out from our stomach all the way up through our lungs. And breathing in, deep breath in. And out. And breathing in, deep breath in. And breathing out. Getting all that air out. Deep breath in. Into our stomach, filling our lungs up as much as we can. And breathing out. Nice and controlled. Deep breath in through the nose. And breathing out. Breathing in, deep breath in through the nose. And breathing out. Forcing all the air out of our lungs. And deep breath in through our nose. Filling our lungs up as much as we can. And breathing out. All right, well done, everyone. So now we're going to move into our stretching. So just making sure sitting up nice and tall, nice comfortable position. So we're going to go through again what we did on Monday. So the chin tuck. So really looking to pull our chin into our neck. So we're not looking to pull down. We're going to pull our chin in and try and tuck our chin in, make that double chin, and really sort of mobilize those muscles at the base of our skull. So just pulling the chin in, hold for a second, and then coming out. And pulling the chin in, and then out. This is a good one to do, especially throughout your day if you're feeling a little bit tight around the base of the skull, or you've been looking at your phone or your computer a little too much. This is good just to soften those muscles around the base of the skull. Just nice and controlled, just really pulling that chin into the neck. Right. Yeah. So that one's a good one you can do throughout your day, and just doing sort of 10 to 15 of those and just get those muscles around the base of the skull to be nice and soft. All right, so now we're going to pop both our hands around the base of our skull, and we're going to pull our chin down towards our chest. Try to really lengthen that space between the shoulders and the neck. Always remembering to breathe, and just going as far as you feel comfortable, just to the point of discomfort. There should be no pain. Always remembering to breathe. Take a nice deep breath in for me. As we exhale, just take that stretch a little bit further. Just as far as you feel comfortable. And coming back up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look to one side at about a 45-degree angle, about the middle of our collarbone. Then we're going to take that hand, pop it at the back of our skull, and we're going to pull our chin down towards that collarbone. Always remembering to breathe. There should be some slight discomfort, but there should be no pain. And we're trying to lengthen that space between the shoulder and the neck. Coming back up. So now we'll face the other side, about halfway between our collarbone. Take the same hand and pop that at the base of our skull, and then pulling that your chin down towards your collarbone. And we're trying to lengthen that space between the shoulder and the neck. Always remembering to breathe. And coming back up. So now what we're going to do is sitting up nice and tall. We're going to open up our chest a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to push our chest out, and we're going to look up towards the ceiling and really try and pull those shoulder blades back and open that space in our chest. We're really trying to get that chest opening up. Always remembering to breathe. And taking a nice deep breath in for me. And as you exhale, just pull your shoulder blades back that little bit more, really trying to open up that space through your chest. Always remembering to breathe. And coming back down. All right, so now what we're going to do is going to interlock our hands, and then we'll flip them inside out, and then we're going to reach as far forward as we can. Just really trying to get those shoulder blades to open up, get that mid back to loosen up. Just going as far forward as you can. Always remembering to breathe. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Always remembering to breathe. And coming back up. So now I'm going to sit up again nice and tall. We're going to pop one hand and then slide it past our hip as the other hand comes up and over our head. And really trying to open up that space between our ribs and our pelvis. Trying to arch that back, just going as far as you feel comfortable. Always remembering to breathe. Now take a nice deep breath in for me. And as you exhale, just take the stretch that little bit further and just reach that little bit further with that top arm. You should feel that stretch deepen in through the ribs and into the lower back. Always remembering to breathe. Coming back to the middle. So now we'll go to the other side. Just slide the other hand past your hip, take the other hand, reaching over our head. We're trying to open up that space in our ribs and our lower back, just going as far as you feel comfortable. There might be some slight discomfort, there should be no pain. Always remembering to breathe. Now taking a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just take that stretch a little bit further and reach that little bit further with that top arm, just as far as you feel comfortable. Always remembering to breathe. And coming back to the middle. All right. Well done, everyone. Enjoy your Wednesday.